Hey guys, it's Steve, and I'm here today to introduce a pretty cool project on the Binance Smart Chain that I'm pretty excited about, and I'm going to be definitely putting some money into it. And first, we're going to recap some good news for my first project that I really liked on Binance Smart Chain. And so the first project that I showed you guys that I really liked was Goose Finance, right? So I've been farming Goose. I've been taking my profits and I've been putting it into their liquidity pool on Auto Farm, because on Auto Farm you earn extra for this one. So here you're still earning 800%, which is really high. They launched their layered farming. They've passed 2 audits. They're working on getting their first partnerships to launch tokens here, which I think will happen soon, because they also got listed on DeFi Station. DeFi Station put them right here. As soon as they got listed on here by Binance, and they're now like more legitimate of a project, I feel much more comfortable with my funds sitting there. I don't think I'm going to be looking at a rug pull. One of the things about Binance Smart Chain that people criticize a lot is that it's centralized, but being centralized to an extent, even though it is kind of set up with the 21 validators, people will just tell you, well, CZ owns all the major validators at this point, is that if you were to become one of the flagship projects on their platform and then you rug pulled people, there would be a good chance that you you wouldn't get those funds, and you'd get caught and you'd make a very powerful enemy. So the fact that Goose kind of launched with a, hey, this is the migrator code that others would rug pull you with, we eliminated it, these projects still have it, they did all that kind of cool stuff, and now they've become a real legitimate project. They're sitting here with let me go to the homepage, with $351 million locked. They still have amazing APRs for having that much money locked, and that has to do with their layered farming. I'm not going to get into this anymore because that's not what this video is about. But the reason why I introduced it with showing you that Goose Finance was one of the first ones I showed you and it worked out pretty well is just to let you know that it makes me feel really comfortable with what this new team did, and I do already know this team from the past. They're not paying me anything to do this. I'm not a big enough person to do sponsored stuff, but I do know the Leo Finance team, and if you don't know Leo Finance, they come from the world of Hive. And so basically anybody who's ever used Hive, this is my Hive account, I'm Stever82. I kind of just post about Splinterlands here and do these little like kind of just like, this is me, I walk in restaurants I go to. It's not like a serious crypto a thing for me. I do have an alternate account here called Steve Speaks, because you can have multiple accounts, and I post all of my crypto videos that I do from YouTube to my Steve Speaks account. It doesn't load the account right away, I have to switch to it. So see, if you come here, you'll see all my videos. I do earn a little bit of money here posting the videos here. It varies from a few dollars to sometimes a lot more, depending on what it likes. I accidentally posted this one here. I didn't mean to. I usually do the Splinterlands ones on my main account. But the reason why I'm showing you this is because there is a community here called Leo Finance. So I'm part of that community because since I do smart chain videos, I do videos about projects with ROIs and things like that. A lot of the times I post my videos to the Leo Finance group. And so they're a group of people with over 1,000 active users, a lot of subscribers. A lot of people come here and they read this because this is basically a Hive front end that is really focused on finance. And they talk about different projects launching. You can come here and read this. It's almost like if you were hanging out on Reddit crypto forums, right? But this one is just on the Hive blockchain. So people are earning rewards for sharing their knowledge, for sharing things like that. Well, they've launched a pretty successful token. Their token, Wrapped Leo, is actually worth more than the Hive token it's built on. They got it onto Uniswap. They have a really good team that was able to get it onto Uniswap. They provide liquidity pools. They've gamified that with rewards on their own platform and things like that. And you're able to really use this platform to build a community. And there's Metcalfe's law that talks about the fact that as your community gets bigger, it becomes valuable. And it's because then communities can support each other, get into things with each other. We feel better using products that are made by members of this community or supported by members of this community. And so what they did is seeing the Binance Smart Chain out there, having already done a wrapped Ethereum token and seeing the problems that the gas fees and the congestion causes a smaller project from getting off, and seeing that Goose Finance came out here and really made a splash and did things the right way, is they got in kind of contact with that team. And as we know, Goose, one of the things that they have said is that they're not going to smash people for trying to copy them. Blockchain is open, their code is open. If somebody wants to come here and build a site that does some of the stuff they do, they're more than welcome to try. And that's why we had like Viking Swap that kind of failed. Nut Finance, you've seen a whole bunch of them, right? I featured a couple of them. I've told you they need to have something else to set them apart and make them strong. And what I think the Leo project has, now that they've launched it, is the fact that it's connected to this front end. Now, this is on Peak D, which is another front end that you can use to view Leo Finance. But they do have their own website, and so I'll take you to their website. Their website's a little cleaner. They actually have ads because they're popular enough to be able to get some ads, and they've been featured. You see they have here more where you can go basically by what you want to learn about: crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hive, Leo, DeFi, stocks, economy, regular economics, and trading. So this branches out to more than just crypto as their idea. It's supposed to be, the king of all finance is the goal of their site. And having a nice site like this is allowed them to build a community. So now they're calling on their community to get into the world of DeFi and staking with them, with their launch of, and I know this might look like Goose because it is a fork of Goose. This is Cub Finance. So Cub Finance has introduced the new Cub token, and they do work a lot like Goose. So they do, as you see, have no deposit fees. If you're doing their tokens, the Cub, either of the Cub ones in their farm, they have a 2% fee that if you do go into the this is their Leo token, their original token that they launched, that they do on the Leo platform. You earn this for blogging. You can also buy it, and then it works kind of like, if you don't know much about Hive, I'll just say you have to stake an amount of tokens, and the more that you stake allows you to vote for people's posts and reward them in that same token. So the more Leo you have, the more you can give somebody when you give them a vote, and you're allowed so many votes per day. Just a quick little breakdown. And then you earn staking rewards. So when you give somebody a vote, you get half of that back to you. I believe that's right. Anybody can correct me from the Leo team if that's wrong, as just a quick little thing. So it's a blogging platform. It also is a video posting through 3Speak and things like that. So they have their own token. They've wrapped onto Ethereum. Now they've also wrapped it onto here. And I'm going to be taking part in this wrapped pool right here in a moment. I've already put money in this one, as you can see. So I'm already earning some Cub tokens. I didn't put a lot of money. I got to figure out where I want to maybe take some money out of before I figure out exactly how much I'm going to put into this platform. I feel comfortable getting into it early, though. This is the second-ish day of it being live. It launched yesterday. And the token pulled back a little bit from $10 to $7 after starting off really low. So I figured this was a decent time to get in. Like any farming token, you have to be aware that it might go down. There's just something to know. They have to create utility for the token, and I do believe this team will continue to find ways to create utility. They are using the Goose Finance burn mechanism. But unlike Goose Finance, who does keep a portion of their deposit fees for themselves, and they've used those in good ways for marketing and development, since the Leo team has their own token and their own platform and their own ways for them to be making money, they don't need to take a cut of the deposit fee. So their deposit fee is going 100% to burning. But it's not going 100% to burning Cub, and I'll explain that in a moment when I go over the tokenomics. I'm going to try to go over this quick. I'm trying to do this a little quickly, but this is a look at the APRs. All of them are in the thousands of percent right now, and if you can pause this, maybe if you want to kind of, I'll just link the site so you can come check out all the farms. But they have all the big ones that are the bigger tokens that are here. The dots, the cakes, the dies. They do have the DAI BUSD and the USDC BUSD and the USDT BUSD token pair. So those ones are some of the safest to get in. You only have to make back your deposit fee to get profitable in those, because you can't have impermanent loss, really. I mean, you can slightly, because USDT is slightly less valuable than BUSD on any given day by like a penny, but overall you're going to get back what you put in to that liquidity pool when you pull your tokens out all the time. And so here you're going to just be earning this Cub token on top of that. Now, if you go to their dens, you're going to see they have the similar setup where you can do staking of some similar tokens to earn high percentages. So all of these are the big ones. You can do theirs, obviously with no fee, and then you can do these other ones, and you're getting pretty high APRs on those. So it's worth checking this out, I believe. And then they have their docs. So if you go to their docs or their info, so everything's being sold through PancakeSwap right now. They're going to be listed on CoinGecko pretty soon. They've already got their regular coin listed on CoinGecko, so this will be happening for that. They have also got Wrapped Leo on CoinMarketCap, so they've gone through that before, so they expect to get their token listed there as well. And then the docs portion brings you to their introduction post. So their introduction post goes over, and I'll link this in the video, everything like who Leo Finance is, the vision of their site. It talks about the different ways they've been working on things. It's also talking about how it lays down what they've done in the past, and then it talks about what their plans are to do with Cub Finance. So it's good to see somebody. I've seen a lot of these sites launch and they don't have real project outlines and roadmaps for you to come and check out, and this time with this team they do have that. And like I said, they've been around, they've built projects in the past. They are definitely a team that I trust, from projects like Leo Finance and the Wrapped Leo and the Leo token, all being very legitimate, and following them on their videos where they talk about their plans and everything. It made sense to me to check this out. We'll go ahead and go over here. I had this up over here as well, guys, but right here we'll talk about the token. So they launched it with no pre-sale, which is pretty good to know that nobody got these ahead of time. They are going to be doing a drop to Leo holders, but they haven't done the drop yet, so you don't have people with tokens to dump on you at this point. In the future, some of those users in the Leo who are members of Leo will get the Cub token dropped to them, and there will be a way for them to redeem it, but it takes a little bit of work. And historically, Hive users, Leo users, were people who like to invest in the projects. We hold tokens. We're used to staking tokens. We're used to earning returns on our tokens, and know that you can't just flood the market to get rid of them. So I can't say nobody's gonna dump them, but I don't think a lot of people will. Sorry, I need a little water right there. They talk about how they're on the BEP20. They give you the contract address of the token. Now, here's the big thing to know. They're doing a boost to get the token out there in week 1 and try to drive some quick liquidity into the platform of 3 tokens per block, then going down to 2 tokens per block, and then 1 token per block. Now, here's where they talk about the burns. I told you that they're not going to dig anything out. They're going to burn all of the 4% of the money that goes in there is going to go to buybacks and burns. But the difference is they're going to go ahead and be buying back both the Cub token and the Binance wrapped version of BLEO token. So this is another reason why the Leo holders and all of the users of Leo Finance are going to want to support the Cub project. So they've already built in a fan base of thousands of crypto people who are serious crypto people, right? Because to be blogging on a crypto blog, you have to be pretty deep into crypto, and especially to be investing in the Leo token. So now they're going to be incentivized to come over and invest in Cub, because by investing in Cub, they're allowing their token to be bought up and burned, and in another marketplace become possibly a really cool token. The other thing about the Leo token, being out on Binance is it gives it another place for people to buy it who think that they might want to come and start posting and talking about their project on Leo Finance, which would make a lot of sense for some of the other platforms out there like Goose or any of the main ones to think about maybe setting up an account on they could set up an account on the Leo Finance site, stake a whole bunch of Leo, and say anybody who writes posts about PancakeSwap, or anybody who writes posts about Goose, or anybody who writes posts about Bakery Swap, whichever platform decided to do this, we're going to give you votes from our account, and then we're going to take that's going to give you money, and then we earn money, and then we can use that money to go buy back our own token or do something on our platform with it. That's a tool that I haven't seen a lot of sites try to use, the social blogging sites, to say, hey, we're going to be a big powerful site and we're going to reward users of our site for coming here and posting great content about our site. Well, Leo already has a whole platform and their own token, and now they've got a DeFi site that I'm sure that when people are talking and pushing and doing things about their site, they're gonna be rewarding those people with votes, and their vote carries both a Hive reward and a Leo reward. Now, I can't tell you for sure that's gonna happen, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna happen, because when I go in here to the feed, I see some people posting. See, here's a post right here, and this person has $133 for this post. Now, Flavi is a very popular person, a very high ranked person, so he has some followers with a lot of money. That's why he's getting so much here. But you're going to see a lot of people come here and start posting about this, and as you can see, everything here is really going to be here's another one, and that one's by a smaller user who doesn't have as big of a following maybe, but he's getting $5 for it. And then here's another one, $21 for it. So this is what I'm talking about. Could you imagine if you could write up little blogs bragging about how much money you're making on your DeFi site, and then you get more money for doing it? So that's kind of what I see here. I hope you guys will come check out Cub. There's no referral program. I'm not going to get anything special for doing this, other than I am going to post it there, and I will probably get a little bit of reward from the team, or upvotes from a few of the fans of it. But now would be the time to get here. These APRs are going to change pretty drastically, because they are going to go from issuing 3 tokens per block to next week, starting a week from the 8th, to 2 tokens per block, and then 1 token per block, which is where most of the Gooses is at, and Pancake and all of them issue about 1 token per block. And they've talked about reducing that further as the site gets more established. But right now you have your chance to build up a lot of these tokens, and then see how integrated the Leo Finance team gets and how much other use case they build behind this token. And I really think if you're going to take a chance on one of these tokens, that Cub is one that I would say that you might want to. Now, mind you, I'm not a financial advisor for anybody. I'm no one that knows for sure that this team will come through, but I like the idea of getting behind a team that's already put together a nice front end to Hive, made out a token. That token has surpassed the token that it was built on, and it is also already been wrapped into Ethereum, put into Uniswap, now wrapped into Binance and put into there, which means if these guys are going to keep up their current plan, I imagine that their core token will be wrapped and put into ADA and Polkadot, and they're just going to try to become a hub where people can come and from any chain and talk about what they're doing in finance and do other things. And it should be a project that can grow, and they're always going to have that opportunity to use Cub Finance or use whatever programs that are out there. So I'm gonna end it right there. We're right at just almost about 20 minutes. I hope you guys like this one. It's one of the first times I've done a video about just one project mostly. I do still love Goose Finance. I don't see myself leaving this one just to go all in on Cub, but I'm definitely going to think about moving some of my funds around and starting to earn some more Cub token, because I do like to support the Hive ecosystem. It's really the thing that got me into crypto. I was blogging about crypto before I started making videos about crypto. And that's where I played Splinterlands, which led me to Gala Games, And that's a lot of my other content. So I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you come check out Cub Finance. There'll be links in the description. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.